What if you could close more affiliate sales after the purchase? What if you could turn one email into a bunch of social media posts or flip negative reviews into your most persuasive talking points? That's exactly what we're doing in today's episode. I'm sharing 15 pretty advanced ways to use AI in your affiliate marketing. And some of these are straight up cheat codes for you affiliate marketers out there. If you're ready to take your affiliate program and your business to the next level, well, you're in the right place. I'm Matt McWilliams, best-selling author and 4-time Affiliate Manager of the Year, and I've built dozens of affiliate programs from the ground up to over $1 million a month. I'm here to show you how you can do it too. Let's get started. Well, welcome back. This is part 4 of this series on how smart affiliates are using AI. It's part 10 overall in our series on AI. In the first series, as you probably heard me talk a bunch, if you're on episode 10 of this series, like, yes, Matt, we get it. You talked about affiliate programs and now you're talking about affiliate marketing. But if you're new and based on the stats and what we're seeing, like, we're getting so many new listeners with this series. I guess that's what happens when you talk about a really timely topic, right? Hit pause, go back and listen to, at the very least, part 1 of the affiliate marketing series. And if you're really into it, go back and listen to part 1 of the whole series here. We've talked about using AI to warm up your audience, how to overcome objections, how to create bundles, how to create affiliate disclaimers, how to do quizzes, lead magnets. Like, that's, I don't know, 6, 7 out of 35 things or so that I've listed so far just on affiliate marketing. I think I did over 50 things about running an affiliate program. It's yeah, it's a lot. Before we jump into the 4th and final episode, and it's a good one, by the way, probably longer than the others, I got a few questions from past episodes again. This is something I've really enjoyed about this series, and it's why at the very end of every episode I say, hey, if you got questions, if you've got questions, text me at 260-217-4619. I don't ignore those questions. I answer them on the podcast, or I answer them, I just reply. And I got some really good questions. I talked about using AI to generate affiliate disclaimers. So here's a couple of the questions I got on that. Where should I put the disclaimer? In the caption, comments, or bio? In the caption, wherever you're sharing the link. It needs to be immediate and unavoidable. That's the language. Quote, unquote, immediate and unavoidable, directly from the FTC on this. So it's not buried in a comment thread. It's not in your profile bio if it's in the caption. If you're using Instagram stories or Reels, put it in the text overlay or say it out loud. Just whatever. Immediate and unavoidable is really the key. What if I include multiple links in a post? Do I need a disclaimer for each one? No. Very, very clear. One clear disclosure per post or message, as long as it's obvious that it applies to all the affiliate links in that piece of content. That's it. Will adding a disclaimer hurt my sales or credibility? I talked about this in the episode. No. This is actually probably the most common question I got. I got probably 7 or 10 different varieties of this question. Not if you do it right. In fact, people, as I said in the episode, people will trust you more when you're transparent about your affiliate relationship. Just make it casual, make it honest. Like, this is an affiliate link, no extra cost to you. Actually can increase credibility and doesn't interfere with conversions at all. Like, that's one of the great uses of AI, is making them fun and creative and effective, not just legal. Yes, you want to cover your legal stuff, but why not? If you can be legal and increase your sales 1 to 5%, why not? I also talked about turning an affiliate product, an affiliate promotion, into a lead magnet. And one of the questions I got there was, why would I offer something free instead of just linking to the product? Very simple. It warms them up. A cold email, like, buy this, it can feel salesy. But when you start with a quiz or a guide or something that helps them solve the problem, they're more engaged and more likely to trust your recommendation. This is like marketing and sales 101, right? Value first. Gary Vaynerchuk, jab, 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 right hook. The jab, jab, jab being value, the right hook being buy this thing. You don't right hook, jab, jab, jab. You don't right hook, right hook, right hook, right hook, right hook. And this is one of the ways that I love AI, is being able to do these things. What kind of lead magnets work best for affiliate products? checklist, everything you need to get started with blank. And then, it links to some of the stuff. A quiz is something, is product name right for you? Take this quiz. Or which camera is right for you? Take this quiz. Templates, toolkits, as we talked about, mini courses or challenges, learn something in 3 days, with my favorite tool, whatever it is. Do I have to create the lead magnet from scratch? Not necessarily. If you've got some old blog content or a podcast episode where you can get the transcript and turn that into a little bit, a cleaned up version, here's the deal. Use AI to brainstorm and create an outline. Have an AI, a chat for brainstorming, and then have it create a brief, and then use another AI or the same AI but a different chat to create the actual thing. I think I mentioned this before. Like I was looking at, so this one thing, I'll just share this. It's kind of the way that I bounce back and forth between AIs. I mentioned that I use Grok for anything recent, but then I take that and I put it over into GPT. I use Claude typically for writing. And so recently, we're creating images for the children's book series that I talked about, where we take some of the classic personal growth books and we turn them into narratives. And we're finishing up the first one, and we decided we needed a logo for this group. And I'm not going to say what it is just yet. I'll be sharing about the book soon. But I used ChatGPT, to brainstorm ideas and create the prompt. Then I used that brief in Canva, because Canva is so fast at creating images. It created the actual image, but then I wanted to turn that into a hand-drawn sketch, not a full, like this was a perfect image. It's going to be perfect for like kids can put it on their backpack or stickers for laptops and all kinds of stuff like that. And it's colorful, but I wanted a hand-drawn sketch. So I have the hand-drawn sketch chat for the book images. I took the logo, uploaded it back to GPT and said, turn this into a hand-drawn. Then I took that, put it back over in Canva and said, turn this into a photograph on a piece of notebook, and it's like, why would you do it? Because they're different. Like each of them is better at certain things than the other. So you have to learn that. And so that's a way to use AI there. That's really cool. Last one was, I actually got a couple more. Do I have to create the lead magnet from scratch? No, I just answered that one. So yeah, cool. Just answered that one. How do I connect? See, I knew I was in the last one. How do I connect the lead magnet to the affiliate product? Just make it natural, make it helpful. So example, at the end of like a 2-page, report, like, hey, if you want to take this even further, the tool I personally use is blank. Here's why I love it. Another great way is, I've often shared this strategy, is teach the hard way, sell the simple way. So for instance, I teach how to write affiliate emails, and you can do it, but you're going to spend 10 or 15 hours a month writing these emails. Or you can use Affiliate Email Pro and do it in 15, 20 minutes a month. So teach the hard way, but sell the easy way. And as I've often said, there's 2 types of people in the world: people with more time than money and people with more money than time. People with more time than money will spend 25 hours on YouTube to learn how to do something to save themselves $80. Why? Because they have more time than money. People who have more money than time won't do that. They will. Who do I know that blank? Where do I send my money? Please get it done. And so in that particular case, I teach the way to do it the hard way. But then if it's an affiliate product, what I do is to say, hey, here's the tool that I use. Like, here's how you do social media promotions on, here's how you do social media promotions for affiliate products. And here's the hard way to do it. And it's totally doable. Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. Or use Edgar and you just upload a spreadsheet and you're done. So you just naturally make the affiliate product the next step after the freebie. Don't force it, just help them connect the dots. So today we're going to talk about some creative ways to use AI as a strategic partner, a content coach, objection crusher. We've talked about a little bit about trend spotting in the past. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. And yes, even a lawyer. So let's get into it. This is one that came up in a conversation this week, and I was surprised more people aren't doing this. So our first one for today is repurposing your affiliate emails into social media posts. Here's the thing. I don't naturally remember to do social. The reason I forget is only about 10% of all of our affiliate sales come through social media. So I tend to focus on the 90%. But it is so simple. You write an email, you use AI to write an email, whatever. Then you start from scratch on your social media posts. Usually one email can turn into at least 2 social posts, and AI can do it so well. It can turn into dozens of posts on X. It can turn into a couple posts on Facebook, and it's just really, really quick. And personally, I have found that ChatGPT works really well for this. So I take the email that I've written, and full disclosure, I use Claude for a lot of that. That's my chosen writer because it writes so well and it really captures my style. It's the best by far at writing. Just like writing persuasive copy. Claude is 10 times better than anything else. But GPT is marginally better at creating social media posts. Now, I'm recording this right after Grok 4 came out. I will tell you that early on in my playing with it, if you want to generate the best post on X, Grok, understandably, because it has access to the entire X database, is so much better at writing really good content and viral content. I've seen a big lift in engagement just from using Grok 4. So what I'll do is I'll take the email and I'll load it into GPT to generate a few Facebook posts. It's still better at that. And then I'll load it into Grok to generate some stuff. And all this takes like 3 minutes. That's it. And there you go. You get, 3, 4, sometimes 15, 20 posts from a single email. And that makes it really easy for me to just be like, hey, do this. And now I've actually trained my VA. I'm having to rethink it because of the Grok stuff. So I have to get him using that. But we created a GPT that we use that is phenomenal at just like, oh my gosh, the content is so good. And now Grok's even better. So I've got to retrain him a little bit on that. The second way for today is flipping negative reviews into positive talking points. So here you just use what the critics say about a product as a way to prove why the product is still worth it. Nobody trusts perfection. We talked about that when we talked about writing review posts, right? We talked about Review Post Pro. And by the way, the response to that has been unreal. Like already we've had more people join Review Post Pro, I think from like 1 or 2 podcast episodes. And I think I sent an email out like in the last few days. We've already had more people sign up with Review Post Pro than we've had for, I think, anything else in recent memory. And one of the things in there that's built in is like, hey, what would you say that's negative about this? And you can just upload like negative reviews and say, here's some of the negative comments. And then you use AI to analyze the negatives and reframe them as honest, helpful expectations. Because sometimes it's like, I'm writing a product review and it's like, here are the 2 negatives that I see. Number 1, it's not cheap. Now, here's why it's not cheap. But I'm setting an expectation and I'm being honest, and somebody that really is on a budget should not buy this product. And then a lot of times it's like, well, there's a learning curve. And here's why there's a learning curve. There are a lot of features. And here's how to overcome that learning curve. There's some videos you can watch. And if you'll take 20 minutes on the front end to learn, it's going to save you hours a week. And it's like, you turn those negatives into products. So the prompt I use for this, and it really works at building trust and positioning you as like a real reviewer. Prompt here, this is exact one I use. Summarize a few negative reviews of product and reframe them into fair points that actually help set expectations or highlight the product's strength. That's it. Number 3, way to use AI as an affiliate marketer for today. Write a what would happen if you don't buy story. All right. So we often focus by nature on what people gain, what you can get, but you can really speak to what they're risking if they don't buy. Tap into FOMO, fear of missing out. We fear loss more than we are excited about gain. And so we want to shift the conversation from what they're getting to what they're risking by waiting. This is great for urgency, especially in launches or our cart close email or when a promotion's ending. So the prompt here is very simple. Write a short story style post showing what someone risks missing out on if they don't take action on name the product, right? I've often decided that I put this into a narrative, and I give the person a name and like tell the story of George. So think about this. If it's a weight loss, product, tell the story of George 5 years from now if he doesn't lose the 80 pounds. Tell his story of how he gained, how did he become 80 pounds overweight over the last 2 decades? What has that done for his life? And what will his life be like 5 or 10 years in the future? And I might give it like one thing, like, especially, my audience is a lot of, there are a lot of grandparents or something. So talk about how he won't be able to play with his grandchildren and create a story about, AI is so good at that. And could you do it? Yeah, you could do it in a half an hour. AI can do it in a half a minute or less. So again, I'll take that story brief from GPT and throw it over in Claude to actually write it. Number 4, analyzing affiliate program terms like a lawyer. Now you want to use the right AI tool for this. And I mentioned before, we created a tool called Affiliate Terms Wizard. That is specifically for affiliate program owners to create affiliate terms and conditions, affiliate agreements, right? But what about as an affiliate? You can use AI to read affiliate agreements. What's allowed, what's not? What do you need to be aware of? Like, can you really not bid it? Can you do no paid advertising? Is that what it says? Can you not send emails to your audience? So there's 2 reasons to do this. Number 1, before you sign up, like, do I even want to sign up with this program? Oh my gosh, they're so restrictive. I'm just going to pass. And number 2, okay, you signed up, or you figured it was good, but you need to know it going into it. Like, hey, just you can't create your own images. You have to get images approved by the affiliate manager. That's cool. So simple prompt. Here's the affiliate terms for name of program. Highlight anything unusual, restrictive, or risky I should know about as an affiliate or as a promoter. Very simple. And I used it earlier today to analyze one, and it pointed out something. It pointed out that on this particular affiliate program, I thought it was kind of crazy, but you're not allowed to post on social media without tagging them. And I was like, I could see, I can, from their perspective, like, they want to see everything. That's fine. But it just kind of seems odd, because it removes the ability to post, like, hey, want to know what my favorite tool for, creating great photographs is? You want to know what my favorite tool for keeping your coffee hot in the morning is? Like my favorite cup, my favorite mug, or whatever? Like, here it is. And so it was a weird term, but it was good to know. Number 5, break down. This is huge, by the way. Breaking down cost per use. This is something, or time savings, right? This is something that most sales pages don't do. But when something saves money, you need to justify the price by putting the product in practical terms. Is it $1 a day? Is it, $2.50 a day? Is it going to save you $50 a month, $100 a month? Is it going to save you 10 hours a month, 5 hours a week? Like, these become easy yeses. And I did that the other day with a product. The math was pretty complicated, and the AI spit it out like in seconds because there were different pricing levels, and I couldn't figure out like, okay, how does that work out to? So I just gave AI the numbers, like, tell me what it does. Tell me how much money and time this is going to save a person. And it was like, here, if you write this many things, if you do this many things, you're going to save this much time. It was just amazing. And you can use this in your emails, anywhere. It's such an effective way. And most sales pages don't do it. So you can do it for your people, which means you're going to make more sales. Number 6 for today is using AI as a creative brainstorm partner. This is something we talked about throughout the series in a sense, but I haven't really dug deep on it really. Like AI is not just a prompt spitter outer, bounce ideas back and forth. Have a conversation with it. Most people don't do that. It's just, I would like to write an email. What email would you like to write? I want to write this email. It writes the email and you go, thank you. Brilliant. Please generate an image. It's like, that's not a conversation. But when you need to brainstorm, you really want to go back and forth. Treat it like a thought partner. There's a key here. I'm going to give you a prompt, then I'm going to give you a key. So the prompt is, I want to brainstorm ways to promote product, but I don't want cookie cutter ideas. Can you ask me 5 creative questions, one at a time, to unlock unique angles based on my style and story? As you heard there, have it ask the questions one at a time. This is key. Don't have it ask you 5 questions, one at a time, because it actually will change the questions it asks. And it really starts to dial things in. And 4 or 5 questions in, it's got some pretty good stuff. But yeah, this brainstorming idea and just bouncing ideas, having a conversation with it is so effective. Here's one specific way to do that. It's actually number 7. It's a separate thing in a sense, but simulating your audience's buying journey. So use AI to become your audience and walk through, what are they thinking before they buy? Then you use that to start writing the emails. So the prompt here, this is the prompt I've been using. Act like a skeptical blank, right? So act like a skeptical entrepreneur looking at product, right? What questions would they have? What might make you hesitate? What would help you say yes to this product? And so I take that and I generate some of the objections, and I learn how they go from objection to saying yes. And then I use that to write a brief, and then I use that to create the content. It's like hiring like a marketing brainstormer, an SEO expert, a copywriter, an editor, all those things in one. And it is so effective. Again, it's iterative and you brainstorm with it. So what objections would you have? What questions would you have? Okay, why would you ask that question? How would you answer that question to overcome it? Why would you hesitate about that? Why would you hesitate because of this? And it's like, well, it's because I have 3 kids at home and I'm a single mom working a full-time job. Okay. And that's a lot of my audience. So now we need to address that. Let's think through that. Number 8 is auditing your content. Using AI to just take a look through all your old content. What can they find? Are there any affiliate products that you can link to? Are there any keywords where, like any blog posts where you're ranking kind of high but not super high? Maybe you could improve it. Are there any improvements? Some of you, like your old content, are there any ways, are there any weak calls to action? Are there any missed SEO opportunities? What are some of the ways to improve this post? And so we actually have a VA doing this right now. Just taking all of our old blog posts and saying, analyze this blog post for outdated information, weak calls to action, weak CTAs, missed SEO opportunities, a few other things that it's looking for, and just to suggest 10 ways to improve it for conversions. And again, like I've talked about before, typically when you ask for 10 things, somewhere between 3 and 8 of them are really good ideas, and 2 to 7 are not. And you don't have to accept those ideas. But we've had it, like there were a few older blog posts where it found like things that we could link to. And even like internal linking. So we have more internal links between posts, because the thing is, if I wrote a post in October of 2016 and it still ranks really high, I wrote a post in October of 2016, it didn't link to anything after October of 2016. So it found places where that post could link, and it made it really easy. So we're spending 5 minutes per post instead of an hour and a half per post. So it saves a lot of time. And it's a great way just for everything to do better. And it's going to help long term. It's not going to help anything on day one, but it's going to help our business long term. Number 9, looking for affiliate opportunities. So if you're creating content around a topic, take a moment, ask AI, what affiliate products match it? Pretty simple prompt, just like, what are some high converting affiliate products that align with name of my niche that would match this post? Include links if possible. And it really just it makes it an easy way to find something that might fit for that for that post or that content. Number 10, reverse engineer what's working for top affiliates. All right, I love this one because it's one of the best ways that I've used AI just to learn some things. So use AI to summarize the best ideas from high performing affiliates. Take the top 5 or 10 affiliates on a leaderboard and have AI analyze what they're doing. Learn from the best. I've been doing this hardcore for about a year and a half now. It was one of the first ways I used AI. I keep all their emails in a folder. I export that and then analyze it. I analyze their social media posts, analyze their blog posts. Okay, what's working? What's working for them? And so very simple prompt, here's whatever, here's some emails from a top affiliate for this product. What are they doing well? How can I apply the same principles to my audience or my niche? How can I take this email and write it in my style? Sounds a little bit like stealing, but it's not. I mean, it's no different than if I looked at their email and decided I'm going to learn something from that and apply it to my emails. It can learn headlines, CTAs, format, like so many things that it can do. So reverse engineer what's working for those top affiliates. When they publish a leaderboard, why not study the top ones? Number 11, help tie bonuses into the affiliate product. So what I mean by that is we talked about brainstorming bonuses, but what if I've got like 15 bonuses that I could offer? And what I'll do is I'll tell AI, hey, here's the 15 bonuses I could offer. I want to offer here's the bonuses and a brief explanation of each. And I have this in a spreadsheet already, so it's like I'm just copy and paste. Here's the prices. Which of these do you think best tie in as bonuses for this product? I want the total value of all the bonuses to be at least $1,500. So then it's like, here, this is a good one. And it's like, I don't really think that one is actually, but 4 of the 5 suggestions are great. Okay, I need a 5th one. Oh, I'll pick this one. Boom. Again, it saved me some time. And then I'll say, here are the bonuses I'm offering. Help me write a short paragraph for each that explains how it helps my audience get better results with name of product. This is the important part, is that it ties your bonuses into instead of just saying, oh, and then you get this, and then you get this. It helps you. It's so good at it. Oh my gosh, it's so good at it. And yeah, there's the prompt. Just use it, and trust me, it's gonna work. Make sure it's writing it in your style, of course. And sometimes you have to say, now take that and copy and paste it into another chat and rewrite it in your style. But again, you'll get it done in 45 seconds instead of 5-6 minutes. Number 12, wording audience pain points in your own words. Okay. Thing is, like, you don't always need to sell the product. Sometimes you just showing your audience that you get them is enough. Show your audience you get them by voicing their struggles and then offering whatever you're promoting as the solution. Offer the affiliate thing as the solution. So very simple prompt here. List 3 short paragraphs that start with, if you've ever, or anything similar really, describing struggles that my audience has. End each one with a gentle transition into recommending product. So if you've ever struggled to blank, this can help. And here's how. If you've ever struggled with blank, then this can help. And here's how. And it's just, again, could you do it on your own? Yeah. 15, 20, 30 minutes. AI does it in 30 seconds. That's what it's all about if you haven't noticed. Just saving a lot of time. Number 13, brainstorming topic ideas and then naturally pointing to affiliate, relevant affiliate programs. So earlier I talked about if you know the content and you want to find affiliate programs, but what if you kind of have like a topic in mind, but maybe even no affiliate program and certainly no specific content. So prompt here, give me 10 blog post or video topic ideas about topic that would lead naturally into a recommendation for, you could either name the affiliate product or name like the niche. So that would name into a high-end camera made for professional photographers or something, right? So you're going to ask it to kind of do both. and brainstorm a lot of stuff. So you're going to generate perhaps even the affiliate program recommendation. So then you're going to sign up for the affiliate program, and you're going to generate some ideas for, say, blog posts or videos or social media posts or whatever. And then you're going to use, the ideas to eventually create them. Number 14, use AI to spot emerging trends. Highly recommend using Grok for this, as it's more up to date with trends. But like, what products are selling, what categories are rocking, what different marketing strategies are on the rise before everyone jumps on them. So we're looking for these emerging trends. We're asking AI, like, hey, what emerging trends in this niche are starting to gain traction but aren't saturated yet? Suggest affiliate products or strategies to test. It's so good at this. And again, I personally like Grok for this because it has access to the X database. So it knows what somebody posted hours ago. And if there's something that's really and truly trending, it has access to that. As far as I know, Anthropic, which is Claude, doesn't. GPT doesn't. Gemini, I'm not really sure, but I don't use Gemini a ton. We use Gemini a ton for certain things, but I don't personally use it very often. It's been a couple of weeks since I last used Gemini versus, I'm using GPT hour a day, Grok about 30 minutes a day, and Claude probably about an hour a day, so it's different. But as far as I know, Gemini is not super up to speed on things like that. But again, I could be wrong. And that might change by the time this releases, and it's only releasing, 5 days after I recorded it. So, but anything involving, just emerging trends, things like that, find whatever works best for you. Again, as far as I can tell, it's Grok, but it's also going to be like whatever, what's the most recently updated. I would imagine that a GPT updated yesterday will probably spot emerging trends better than a Gemini that was last updated 14 months ago. So keep an eye on stuff like that. It's a really good way of using AI. And the last one of my favorites, creating a post-purchase strategy. So after someone buys through your link, show them what to do next. Show them how to succeed with the product, how to use it, how to get the most from the book, how to get the most from the course, how to use the thing they bought, how to get the best results, and what else to buy. This is how we take that one sale and we turn it into repeat sales. This is how we build trust. This is how we earn additional commissions. This is how we create loyalty to you and to your brand. So prompt here, write an email for customers who bought product through my affiliate link. Show them how to use it. Show them best practices, how to get the best results, etc. Then recommend one complimentary product and explain why it's the perfect next step. This could also be a series. You could write a 3-email series. So you lower returns because you're showing them how to use it. So imagine they bought, let's just say it's let's say it's a dumbbell set. And you show them in the first one, like some exercises they can do. Then you show them maybe like nutrition in the second one. And then the third one, you explain why they now also need this thing. Here's the next perfect thing to go along with this dumbbell set. It's kind of a weird example. I can't think of a good one off the top of my head. But we did this recently. We promoted Stu McLaren's The Membership Experience. And the first email gave them their bonuses. And the next, just gave it to him and said, basically, like, congratulations, here are all your bonuses. The next email said, here's how to use this one bonus. And it was actually, I think it was a 5-email sequence. The next one showed them how to use another bonus. And then there was another one. And then the 5th email sold them something of mine. And so it's a great way just to make additional sales, but we had no returns this year. Not a single person canceled. We've never done this before because it was always a pain in the butt and I didn't feel like doing it. But now with AI, it's so easy that why not? We had no returns. It's the first time I think I've ever sold. It's a $2,000 course and we had 0 returns. I think previously, each year we'd have between 2 and 4 returns. Well, that's 800, 1,600 to, $3,200 that was costing us. So me taking some AI and writing a few emails, I spent 12 minutes, maybe 15 on the high end, made an extra, call it $2,000, possibly, or more. Let's just call it $2,000. Yeah, that's $8,000 an hour. I don't make $8,000 an hour, so that was well worth it. So do this, that post-purchase strategy. All right, that was a lot, 15, but hopefully you're seeing how AI, it's not just for writing captions, it's not just answering questions, right? It can really, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but it can really like level up your strategy, your content, your impact, lower your returns, all those things. And you don't need to use all 15 of these this week, all right? Pick one, maybe two. Pick one, actually, just pick one. Try it. Then try the next one. And then try the next one. Just pick one for this week and really like zone in on it. And if you ever feel stuck, you want to try these prompts, like you need the prompts, text me 260-217-4619. I'll send you the prompts. Also, you can just ask questions there and I'll probably answer them on the podcast, pretty soon. And lastly, make sure you hit subscribe. We've got a bunch of new episodes coming up that are not about AI. At least they're not entirely about AI. Probably still talk a lot about AI, but got some really good episodes coming up you don't want to miss. So make sure you hit subscribe and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for listening today. If you know someone who would benefit from hearing this episode, make sure to share it with them. And if you have a question, you can ask it at asktheaffiliateguy.com. Questions make my best episode, and it's a great way to get featured right here on the podcast. And if you're loving what you're hearing, please take a moment to leave a rating and review. That helps others find this content so we can all benefit from it. See you soon.